I want everybody to close their eyes for a minute and picture your favorite place. Now that you have that visualization in your head, picture a small detail in that scenery and focus on it. Zoom in on it and look at the texture and look at how the light bounces off of the surface. These are the kinds of images and details that I aim to capture when I am using my camera. You can open your eyes now. I believe that the smallest things in life are often the most important and yet often also the most overlooked. My internship this summer at Mallory, Leann Photo and Design in Youngstown, Ohio, helped me learn how to better capture these precious moments through the lens of my camera so that clients could have these memories to last a lifetime. I just wanted to start by going over my agenda for the day. So first I'm gonna talk to you guys a little bit about my advisor and then what some of my goals were that I made for myself over this summer. Then I'll go into the responsibilities that I carried out through my weeks of my internship, as well as the challenges that arose, but also the achievements that I was able to accomplish on the way. I'll then show some of my favorite work that I produced over the summer, and then talk a little bit about what I have planned for after graduation. This is Mallory. She was my advisor for the summer. After graduating with her BFA in Graphic and Interactive Design from Youngstown State University, she started her own company called Mallory Leann Photo and Design, where she did freelance work in graphic design and photography. She eventually did get her LLC, and now she pretty much only focuses on photography, which is why my internship was all photography based. I believe that my classes here at WU really helped me prepare for real-world experience, but going into my summer internship, I knew that there was still a lot that I had to learn, and that's why my first goal for the summer was to expand my knowledge in both photography and editing. I also wanted to learn the basics of different types of photo shoots that I knew that Mallory shot, whether it's an engagement shoot, a wedding, senior sessions, what have you. Every photo shoot is different and should be treated as such. There are factors that need to be considered, such as posing, lighting, wardrobe, etc., when doing different types of photo shoots. My third goal then for the summer was to produce content and expand my personal business called Lipke Digital, where I focus on digital photography, graphic design, and digital artwork. I had three main responsibilities to carry out over the summer, the first being capturing behind the scenes moments. So these are a couple of photos and videos of moments that I captured of Mallory taking pictures of her clients. She would then take these videos and pictures and make TikTok videos, make Instagram reels and other social media content to not only advertise her business, but also show potential clients that what goes on behind a camera isn't actually scary like some people would think, because a lot of people are hesitant to book those photo sessions because they don't know the kind of pressure that they might feel while in front of a camera. My second responsibility for the summer was to be Mallory's personal assistant. And this was not your typical go grab me some coffee and schedule a meeting with this kind of person assistant job, but rather I was her right-hand man. I was pretty much doing a different job every day that we were working together, and some of those jobs included being a babysitter while she was getting pictures of parents, a dog sitter while she was getting pictures of the humans, a baby hairstylist. As you can see here, I literally had to run around and fix that headband on her head every 5 seconds because she would just yank it off. I also fixed a lot of wardrobe, specifically dresses when we did weddings. If the dress just wasn't laying right, I would just go over and fix it so that Mallory didn't have to move out of her position and mess up any angles. My final job that I did for a personal assistant was carrying any sort of equipment around. As you can see, when the weather would get bad, we did have a bunch of umbrellas that I would carry around, and even though it got heavy, I still was able to capture pictures in between when Mallory was doing pictures too. My third and most nerve-wracking responsibility that I carried out this summer was being a second shooter for Mallory. This was when I would use her camera. She would set the settings so that everything was cohesive and looked the same, and I would just take pictures and then give her camera and SD card back, and she would edit them. But these pictures were going to clients and going in their galleries, and so that was what really made it nerve-wracking for me, was that I wasn't just getting practice in and helping teach myself, but I was actually photographing content that was going to be going to clients, and that would be part of and very, very important events for these people. Along with the nerves that I had over the summer, I also did face some challenges. The first being the speed in which Mallory would take her pictures. Because she's obviously a professional and has been doing this a lot longer than me, she knows her way around a camera a lot better than I do and is a lot quicker than me. So by the time I would have my settings set up and I was getting ready to take that shot, she was already moving on to the next pose or the next location, and then I was just running along behind her. Another frustration that I faced was the quality of my camera lens. Going from second shooting and using her camera to using my old kit lens that I had that's years and years old, it just was really aggravating to me to see that quality change in my photos. But I have since gotten a new lens and I'm really enjoying it. I do just wish I would have had it over the summer a little bit so that I could practice more for my future clients. But you always have to make the best with what you have, and that's something that I've learned from a young age, and I had to adapt and do things differently this summer, and that even went for my laptop, which I have had for years, and it's on its last legs, so uploading even just 2 to 3 pictures takes about 5-10 minutes, so you can only imagine how long it took for me to import pictures after taking hundreds and hundreds at a session. However, I did come out on the other side, and along the way I had some accomplishments that I am extremely proud of. I was able to meet a lot of new people, and in doing so that helped me gather clienteling and ultimately helped me get more followers and interactions on my social media account for Lipke Digital. I was also able to develop my personal editing style that I absolutely love, as you can see in some of these pictures here. After I created my preset, I felt like I was not only able to capture some of life's most precious moments, but I was also able to edit them and portray them in a way that I felt really represented me as a creator. After graduation, I plan on continuing my work in freelance, continuing to expand Lipke Digital, and working more in all realms of photography, graphic design, and digital art. Mallory helped prepare me a lot for my future and my career, and I am incredibly grateful for her. She continues to encourage and inspire me every single day, and I cannot wait to see where all of her lessons take me in the future. Thank you all so much for your time today. Does anybody have any questions?
Well, first, how did you get to meet Mallory and have this internship opportunity?
So that's actually a little bit of a funny story. Mallory was actually my dance teacher when I was in middle school. So that was kind of how we met. She's a couple years older than me, so she was a college student at the time, and we just kind of became friends from there. And I've always admired her work. And so she honestly inspired me to go into my field that I'm in today. And so being able to work under somebody who I looked up to and who got me into this field in the first place was really a blessing. Yeah.
So did you just reach out to her because you saw, how did that happen? Did you know she needed someone?
So she really didn't need me, and that was another really cool thing about the internship that I had, was that this was all pretty much focused on helping me and helping me learn and expand my own business, because frankly Mallory didn't need me this summer. But I pretty much just asked her, I was like, is there any way I can shadow you for the summer? And it really just goes into just asking those questions, kind of like what Will talked about earlier. Even if you feel uncomfortable, just because it's a friend of yours doesn't mean that you can't work professionally with them. Steven?
Once you got to the actual job site, what was the most unexpected challenge that you faced?
I would say probably how fast she works. I knew going in, because I had done pictures, I had modeled and, you know, done pictures for her and stuff before, but I never realized how quickly she was taking the pictures because I was always on the other side of it. So yeah, I just think the speed was really what kind of was a wow factor for me. Yeah.
What was your favorite thing to photograph?
That's a good question. I would say we did a proposal that she didn't know about. So this client came in for a birthday shoot, and then she wanted to get a couple pictures with her boyfriend, but her boyfriend had actually messaged Mallory a few weeks before and was like, hey, I'm gonna propose to her during our session. So that was really fun, and it was a good surprise, and it was really cool. Yeah. So for our last presentation today, things are going to be a little bit different, but I'm going to turn it over to Seth Evans now.
This has been a production of Waynesburg Community Television.